field. The baseline is packed. There's man them sitting on the wall. Bro, this is what it's about. It's about to get crazy in here.
Thrown down.
He pulls it down. Nikita Adjei ahead up the floor. Nikita Adjei scores it. She's going to the line.
Wayne Henry. Thrown down.
Good afternoon and welcome back for the sixth and final time today to the Brixton Rec for Hoopsfix Pro-Am week number 1. Already had victories for Team Emerald and Team Diamond on the women's side, ANKD, Minimum Brand and Functional on the men's side, and now we're going to have OT Boyz and Surrey Scorchers battle it out for the last game of the day. This time I do believe we are live and streaming, so apologies again for anyone watching the earlier game. We are going to get that game up in full as soon as we can, and you do not want to miss the replay. We have a poster dunk from Toto Fag Bentley that you will see over and over again in the coming week, but it is a big apologies from the broadcast team here at Brixton for having to put you on pause, but hopefully you enjoyed the fourth quarter of that game as OT Boyz, Surrey Scorchers heading on to court. OT Boyz will start with number 3, James Claar, number 6, Ebuka Ekwegh, who's also the GM for this squad, number 5, DJ Longar, number 7, Luke Busumbru, and number 4, Nsangu from London Elite. As for the Surrey Scorchers, number 7, Rob Gilchrist, number 12, Jordan Williams, number 1, Max Coupe, number 9, Elliot Bailey, and number 11, DJ Parkinson. So a big group for Lloyd Gardner to get us underway in the final game of the day. It'll be Surrey ball as Jordan Williams hands off to Parkinson, drives down the lane and lays it home for 2. As kick out to the corner, and the OT Boyz player GM makes no mistake from the corner, playing his hoops this year for the Essex Rebels in NBL D1. A lot of this side from OT Boyz is as Longar able to, well, try to jam it home, no luck, and the reverse layup by Bailey a little short as well, as pushed down the middle, Busumbru, and a foul underneath will result in free throws, I assume. Foul on 11, DJ Parkinson. And free throw no good, so a couple of missed points on the board as Bailey to Parkinson finds Gilchrist spotting up on the right wing, and Robert Gilchrist strings it as the turnaround from James Claar, the Bristol Hurricane and UWE player, as Gilchrist trying to go to work on Claar. Williams going to drive into help side defense. Gilchrist thought about it as Coupe, with the clock running down, loses the handle. Busumbru will come up with the steal and push it down your near side. Going against Elliot. Bailey finds the back, or nearly finds the back door cut. And the lob pass to Gilchrist nearly drops in, I think. Nsangu got a hand on it, and that potentially would have counted as an own basket, and now the post entry nearly broken up, but Nsangu gets deep on Elliot Bailey and lays it home. As Gilchrist trying to fight for position against Busumbru. Surrey working it in, eventually going to get in, but Busumbru from behind knocks it loose. Low pass, and DJ Longar down the middle slams it home. And OT Boyz back in the competition and starting strong as Gilchrist looks for another three, just a little long. But Williams with a great seal, trying to clear a lane for Parkinson, but he got caught in two minds of which side of the rim to finish on. And gets knocked away as Busumbru down the lane, lays it home for two. Busumbru 12 points a game, 5 assists for the Essex Rebels this year in NBL D1. As Bailey finds Gilchrist. Gilchrist again pushing the defense out. As both player and referee tying their shoelace, so quick stoppage in play, but we are back underway as James Claar gets Gilchrist to bite, and no hope side whatsoever by the Scorchers, and James Claar jams it back. A couple of early dunks for the OT Boyz, and maybe the one thing we don't want from the OT Boyz is overtime to finish today, despite what a day it has been, as foul, I believe, called on the rebound. Indeed it is, foul on Elliot Bailey for a push. Bailey 10 minutes a game for Lloyd Gardner in the BBL this year, and the Surrey Scorchers 40% 3-point shooter on the season. As Claar left open from the elbow, but too strong. As Parkinson splits the defense and gets it up between Busumbru and Claar. As Busumbru steps back, strings the triple. As Parkinson fires it up, no good. Parkinson got 8 games in the BBL this year, but mostly played for the Coupe Scorchers in Division 2. Narrowly missing out on playoffs as Busumbru over Jordan Williams. And Busumbru up to 8 points already on 3 of 3 shooting. As Gilchrist in the mid block, going to try and back down Claar. And Claar will be called for the holding foul, as Captain Teo Ogedengbe will check in for Surrey along with Nedas Cholevinskas, as for OT Boyz wearing 11 is Kai Walker, and number 8 Kevin Ozoemelam, who plays his basketball for St Helens in Division 2, as Cholevinskas fires up the quick three. A little bit too long. Cholevinskas wearing number 6, as corner attempt by Ozoemelam, no good. And Surrey trying to push with Parkinson, but we'll have to back it out as Jordan Williams in the post. Going to try and bully his way down, goes to the right hook, but leaves it a little short. as Claar now finds a cut of Kai Walker. As Nsangu's fadeaway, no good. As Parkinson, Williams was asking Teo to cut, but not quite on the same page. Cholevinskas, patience, finds Teo on the weak side, a little bit short on the jumper. And Surrey just struggling a little bit at the offensive end. As the floater by Busumbru, no good, and Nsangu able to come up with a rebound, draws the contact from Parkinson, gets the roll, and will have a chance for the three-point play. As a change for the OT boys in wearing number 10, TJ Hibbert, part of the Essex Rebels D3 National Championship winning side, undefeated season. A little bit of D1 action, but mostly for that D3 roster that went undefeated to and likely will be promoted to NBL Division 2 next year. As Elliot dads into the game, as Walker throws up a floater, but Dads with the offensive rebound gets the contact, and he'll have a three-point chance of his own. Foul called on number 11, DJ Parkinson, so second quick foul on Parkinson, as Kieran, Otabor and Max Coupe into the game for Surrey. Otabor will wear 10, and the three-point play good for Busumbru. As OT boys, 25-point quarter to start. Williams on the back cut, baby a dunk, and OT boys will have 5 seconds left in this half. James Claar going to fire up over Ogedengbe, no good, and that will end the opening quarter here. Strong start by the returning team, the OT boys. They lead 25 points to 12 at the end of the Q1. Welcome back to Brixton, where the OT boys lead by 13 points after the opening quarter. The highest scoring quarter of the day, after Functional put 22 up in their opening quarter just a short time ago, but the OT boys can't quite connect on that opening possession, so Surrey gonna try and string together some shots and scores to get back into this game. As Jordan Williams gets the double team, can't quite punish it as Kai Walker over-rotated, and Max Coupe looking for Cholevinskas, straight away 3 up, a little bit long. Athletic rebound by Otabor. And Surrey will recycle. Great pass, Williams to Cholevinskas. And the foul's going to be called on the pump fake, so end line ball. Foul called on Kai Walker. As Cholevinskas double teamed, Dad's knocked it away, and OT Boys out in transition, but well defended by Max Coupe to knock it out of bounds. As Robert Gilchrist will check back into the game for Lloyd Gardner and the Surrey team. And the pass, not just thrown a little bit over, but nearly out of the gym. And just the second turnover of the day. As Coupe gets denied by Kai Walker. As the post entry, Hibbert able to just about keep his feet in bounds, trying to back down, and a foul be called on Otabor for the push. As Ozoemelam tries to launch the triple, no good. As Coupe now finds Teo in the corner, string music. Teo Ogedengbe, the Surrey captain, been with the club since 2015, makes no mistake from the wing, gets his bank account open on this Pro-Am season. As straight away 3 rattles in and out. Good luck by Ekwegh. As Gilchrist going to go to the turnaround, leaves it short. And Ekwegh back to Kai Walker. Smart cut by Ozoemelam, but can't quite connect. Hand it in the pass, and then Ozoemelam trying to grab it, but couldn't quite keep it. So turnover again for the OT Boys, who scoreless in the first 4 minutes of this quarter. As Cholevinskas from the foul line makes no mistake. As high post entry, and Cholevinskas reaches in. Going to get called for the arm contact. As Busumbru splits the defense, and foul be called on Otabor. His second personal, as Aaron Williams will check in to replace Ogedengbe, as Luke Busumbru will head to the line, makes the free throw. And the OT Boys finally get the scoreboard ticking over midway through this quarter, leading by 10 against the Surrey Scorchers, as both teams try to move to 1-0 in this Pool A. As Robert Gilchrist with the little hook shot. As Busumbru trying to work on Coupe, kicks it out. Dad's for 3 off to the left, fight for the rebound. pulled in by the OT boys. Kai Walker behind the back, fake by Nsangu, but he can't get it to go. But another look, Dads this time leaves it short. And Busumbru left wide open, no good again, but another offensive rebound as Walker draws the contact and he'll head to the line. And Elliot Bailey checking in for Surrey, who no doubt will be looking at that offensive rebounding situation as Otabor picks up his third foul and will take a break. James Claar back in as well. Replacing Ekwegh. Walker's free throw, no good. And Cholevinskas spinning, trying to find an outlet, can't quite squeeze it through to Elliot Bailey. And Luke Busumbru turning on the Jets. Walker gonna drive, get all the way to the hoop, gets the foul, doesn't quite get the roll as Aaron Williams commits the foul. And Surrey racking up the fouls in this quarter. It's the 15th foul already. Didn't matter as that one was shooting, but DJ Parkinson into the game on 3 personal fouls. As Walker this time makes amends, makes his free throw. As Cholevinskas and Bailey go into pick and roll. Bailey trying to pop. Good cut by Parkinson and he banks it in off the window. Busumbru drawing the contact from Williams, going to be on the floor, but he will go to the line with Surrey in team fouls. And it'll be Luke Busumbru to the line. Already got 10 points personal. Free throw though for Busumbru, no good. And the OT boys just leaving some points at the line in this quarter as the offense really struggled. Just 4 points as Cholevinskas takes the contact, gets it to go as Elliot Bailey called for the blocking foul as DJ Longar trying to change direction. And Bailey not quite set in time. Lloyd Garden not happy with that call. Wanting the foul more on Cholevinskas than trying to change that one. And Longar to the line. And he makes the free throw. As Cholevinskas from way downtown gets it to go. Cholevinskas up to 7 points off the bench as Busumbru blows the bunny. As Parkinson going to slow it up, finding Aaron Williams. Cholevinskas again, stop, pop, bucket. Back-to-back threes, and all of a sudden, the 15-point lead is down to 2. Busumbru with a big shot late in the quarter. Parkinson from the half court, good if it goes, doesn't quite connect. And a strong end to the quarter for Lloyd Garden and the Surrey Scorchers. He'll go into the break trading by 5, 34 points to 29. We'll be back in 2 minutes for the last half of action from day 1 of Hoopsfix Pro-Am 2024. as Surrey tries to start with a lob. Rob Gilchrist hammered to the ground by Claar. He's up and good, but nice little ATO lob. Jordan Williams looking for Gilchrist, and Gilchrist will go to the line for one worth two. First free throws of the game for the Surrey Scorchers, this will be. Whereas OT Boys, 8 of 14. Obviously, most of those on one worth twos, but nonetheless, Lloyd Garner having a long conversation at half time as Gilchrist doesn't get the free throw to go. As Busumbru in and out dribble lays it home for two, and he's up to 15 points personal, above his season average for the Essex Rebels. As Gilchrist going to work on Claar, but he'll be called for the personal foul. Third personal foul. As Longar tries to thread a bounce pass through, tough look, well below, tough angle, and a travelling violation called on the OT Boys. And the American Claar working on those three personal fouls. Has to be careful down this end of the floor as Williams gets to the left hand. Second made field goal for Jordan Williams. As the three up, back iron, and Elliot Bailey able to pull down the rebound, push ahead. Coupe down the middle, rejected by Claar. Reach across and get all of the basketball. As Busumbru again trying to go to his left, finds the interior pass to DJ Longar. He'll lay it home for two. Teo to Elliot Bailey, he'll not hesitate, doesn't quite get it to go. As Busumbru trying to work on Teo. Nsangu working to get close to the hoop, and he lays it home. And the OT Boys started out strong like they did in quarter number one. Lead is back up to 9 as Williams, beautiful pass to Gilchrist. Gilchrist turn around jump shot, no good, and Jordan Williams be called for the push in the back. Reminder, those of you tuning in, we'll be back next week for 6 more games. First game tipping at 10:30, and every game streamed here on the Hoopsfix YouTube channel. As Busumbru hesitant on the three, gives it up as floater no good. And Gilchrist now out above the 3-point line. Made a couple of threes in the first half, did Rob Gilchrist. He'll find Bailey. Gilchrist going to have to fire it up to beat the buzzer. Wanted the foul, referee saying no contact on the arm. As Busumbru finds Nsangu inside, he'll get the contact, finish the basket, and head to the line for another 3-point play. As Ogedengbe driving, has to reset. Good defense by the OT Boys. Bailey run off the line. It's going to get a double team. Good read by Ekwegh. Tried to go drop pass. Gilchrist got in the way, but the ball eventually finds Longar. As Gilchrist down the middle gets the Scorchers back on the scoreboard. Breaks the 9-0 run as the ball deflected by Bailey out of bounds. DJ Parkinson and Nedas Cholevinskas back into the game. And for the team in red, Walker and Ozoemelam back in. As Busumbru driving again, strongly favouring that left side. Walker steps through, tries to flood it up a little bit long, and Jordan Williams pulls down the rebound outlet. Bailey chips it to Parkinson, who blows the bunny. As Busumbru thinks against the mid-range jump shot and will reset to Walker, as Claar no good on the free ball, and Elliot Dads will check in for him. Elliot Dads, part of the Solent Kestrels D2 team that nearly won Division 2 South but lost out on that last day thriller to the Milton Keynes Breakers. 7.5 points a game for Dads this season, as the drive is interrupted by a foul called on Ozoemelam. His third team foul, and it'll be Jordan Williams to trigger the inbound ball. Bailey fires up a little bit off to the left, and rebound tipped out by Nsangu, and Walker will bring it up over the timeline. Lovely pass inside. As Jordan Williams able to counter on the other end. As Kai Walker loses the handle, Parkinson uses his body to create separation from Dads, and he lays it home. As Claar again doing the same thing down the other end, using his body well, allowing that separation as Williams goes down the lane, draws the contact, and will earn a free throw foul called on Nsangu. As Simpson and Otabor checking in for Lloyd Gardner and the Scorchers. Williams no good on the free throw, and subs coming in. As Jordan Williams will trigger Surrey, trying to get this back to a single-digit game. Cholevinskas, no good. Contact by Otabor. He'll earn a trip to line foul again on Ozoemelam. And he can't convert on the foul shot. So Surrey's turn to start leaving points at the line, as the OT boys will run the clock down. Ekwegh sizing up Parkinson, goes for the fancy move, airballs it, and that'll end quarter number 3. OT Boyz take it 15 points to 8, and they'll lead by 12 with 10 minutes left of the last game of Hoopsfix Pro-Am day 1. And welcome back to Brixton as we're about to get the final 10 minutes of play underway. The OT Boyz leading Surrey 49-37 at the end of 3 quarters. As Elliot Dads doesn't quite get it to go. Strong rebound ball off the underside of the rim. And James Simpson will be called for the reach-in. And that'll put TJ Hibbert at the line. And Hibbert leaves it short, but Surrey don't box out. And Ozoemelam with the rebound. Kai Walker can't quite make them pay. And a foul on TJ Hibbert for the undercut, trying to box out. As Parkinson goes to the step through and makes it. Tough move by DJ Parkinson. As lovely, beautiful dish, but layup no good for Kai Walker. Jordan Williams going to start the break. Parkinson floater is good, and the former Kohler guard 4 quick points. He's got his side back to within 8. As Ekwegh loses the handle, Parkinson drawing the contact on Dads will earn a trip to the line. And Surrey have come out strong to start quarter number 4. They dominated quarter number 2 in this game, but quite possibly the early 15-point hole they dug themselves might be too much to come out of, but with a 3-point shooting team like Surrey, you can never count them out. As another free throw miss and punished on the other end, as Ozoemelam streaking down the court, able to get ahead of the defense and lay it home, as Parkinson really taking over. 6 straight points for his Scorchers side. Ekwegh working on Cholevinskas, finds Hibbert. Jordan Williams with the aggressive hedge, strips it through and lays it home. And we're back to a 6-point game, and the OT Boyz are going to want to talk it over and use a timeout as Surrey come out firing to start quarter number 4. as we're back underway with 7 minutes left in this game. Dads, Ozoemelam leaves it short, fight for the rebound, tipped out, and Jordan Williams going to play point forward. Underhand scoop pass and a really tough finish by Otabor down the middle. Looked like it was almost destined for a tie-up, but it found a way to keep possession and finish. As Hibbert, Dads, no good, way off on the three. Ball deflected out of bounds by Kai Walker. And the subs coming with multiple changes. Busumbru, Longar, and Nsangu back in. So OT boys going to their starters, except Claar, who is on, I believe, 3 personal fouls. As Cholevinskas works the baseline, stops, pops, scores, and a 12-2 run. Has got the Scorchers back to within 2. They'll have a chance to take the lead on this possession as the Busumbru floater is no good. Parkinson thought about it behind the screen. OT boys going under, but blocked out by Nsangu. Nsangu, Dads strings it as Otabor was thinking about the double team, got caught in no man's land, and Elliot Dads not gonna make the mistake. Makes his first 3 of the game, moves himself up to 6 points personal as Jordan Williams walks on the perimeter. Busumbru fighting to go left and eventually gets the whistle, working against Jordan Williams. But it'll be Teo Ogedengbe called for the reaching foul off the weak side, so off the strong side, and it'll be sideline ball with 4 minutes left to go. 5-point game, in fact, ball going to the baseline. And foul called on Parkinson on the perimeter, trying to be aggressive and push up into Ekwegh. And Elliot Bailey, who's scoreless so far, will check in for Surrey. Busumbru beats Cholevinskas, blows the dunk, and kicks the ball in. That is most definitely offensive basket interference. Holding on to the rim and kicking the ball. Take your pick of the violation. So Busumbru no good on the dunk, and Surrey have a chance to close this gap. Can they complete the comeback as Williams waits, tries to get the defense in the end. The ball batted out of bounds. Last touch by Dads. So Surrey end-line ball. And this will be the time where the OT boys send Claar back into the game. He's got 6 points. He will replace Elliot Dads as Cholevinskas gets into the middle, gets the contact on the blocking foul. Ekwegh stepping across too late, and Cholevinskas will have a chance to make Surrey's first free throw of the game. They're currently 0 of 3 from the line. That doubles up to 0 of 6. And down 5, that could be something they look back on as Cholevinskas makes it a 1-point game. So we go down the stretch here on the last game of the day. The winner will join functional all as the 2 teams topping Group A tonight. as Busumbru thought about the step back. And 3 seconds is the call. And referee's just going to talk it over. And head coach Lloyd Gardner is going to talk it over with his team, trailing by 3, and see if he can get his Surrey Scorchers side back into this contest. So Surrey elect to keep the ball in the backcourt. 24-second shot clock for the Scorchers, trailing by 3. Cholevinskas, Ogedengbe, Williams, Bailey and Parkinson in the game for Surrey. Skip pass, Bailey contested 3, airballed it, wanting the contact. And Luke Busumbru, lace undone, so he'll get the stoppage. Retie it with 1:26 left to go. Foul situation, Surrey Scorchers in the penalty, so any fouls for Surrey will send the OT boys to the line for 1 shot. As for the OT boys, only 2 team fouls, both picked up early in the quarter, as Claar working on Bailey, going to shoot over him, tough look, and Cholevinskas able to pull down the board. 14 points for Nedas, as Jordan Williams working in the post, and a foul is going to be called on the floor on Nsangu. Oh no, they're going to call basket good. Correction, basket good for Jordan Williams, the most under the radar and one of the day, probably because PA announcer Stan has left the building temporarily. So Jordan Williams has a chance to tie us up at 54. Jordan Williams and 1 to tie it. Jordan Williams made a shot, this is to tie it. As Williams does indeed make the free throw, and we are tied 54 apiece. Reminder, the OT boys led this game 45-31 in the 3rd quarter. As the ball eventually comes out, Nsangu gets it off the glass, and the lead is 2 as Jordan Williams nearly steps on the end line. He'll go back, Parkinson to Cholevinskas. Williams gonna drive, split the gap, blocked by Claar, and a 6-7 second differential as Elliot Bailey gonna put pressure on. As Busumbru being quiet, gonna step back, mid-range, no good. Offensive rebound, Claar lays it home. Timeout, Lloyd Gardner, and Surrey, his side trail by 4 with 13 seconds to go. We'll see what he can draw up as Surrey try and get back into this game and claw out a victory. So we'll see what the Scorchers head coach Lloyd Gardner has drawn up. There'll be Elliot Bailey on the inbound. As Ogedengbe trying to get it in, Busumbru knocks it out. Couple of tenths off the clock. Parkinson setting the back screen, clear what they wanted. Ogedengbe and Busumbru will be called for the foul. Is it? We'll just get clarification. As it looks like the foul count wasn't right. So that will put Surrey at the line with Teo. Longar will take a break. Dad's back in. Teo with a must-make free throw. Reminder, this is worth 2. So make it a one-possession game, but Teo misses. Bailey strips it. Cholevinskas gets fouled, and he'll head to the line. Foul will be on Claar, and that, I believe, is foul number 5. So James Claar will be done for the day. And it'll be Kai Walker checking back in. As just trying to hear in Lloyd Gardner speaking to John Letizier, Michael Diamond and a couple of our referees, just to clarify something, not quite sure what. So the conversation going, Lloyd, I think just clarifying if it's free throws down the stretch, what the situation is in terms of 1 or 2. Lloyd speaking to Sam Nita just to get clarification. So it'll be 1 shot for Cholevinskas. He makes it. So 2-point game. As Busumbru gets it out, Surrey unable to foul yet, and there Bailey gives it. 5 seconds to go. So Dads has 1 at the line, makes this, and it's basically game over. Misses it, and so we'll have a chance for OT against the OT boys, or a chance to win it off a live clock. So 5 seconds with a live clock, not the easiest thing to do, but it requires Dads to miss, and he does. Bailey, Parkinson, 3 seconds, and a blocking foul. It's going to be called, and that'll be free throw for DJ Parkinson. OT boys do have a timeout left. So they've asked for the timeout, so if he makes it, the ball will be advanced, but DJ Parkinson with a chance to tie it up. Had a huge 4th quarter. In and out, ball tipped out, and game is over. They're going to put a 1/10 of a second on the clock. .1 seconds left. The only thing this can be is a tip-in. So DJ Longar on to guard the ball. The other thing here is do not cross the inbound line and pick up a warning. lobbed at the rim, tipped away by Walker, and the game is over. And the OT boys will hold on 58-56 against the Surrey Scorchers. As Nedas Cholevinskas was trying to get the ball, but with 0.1 seconds, you definitely do not get catch and shoot. And stay with us, we'll get post-game reaction from the game MVP, and then wrap up the stream here from the Brixton Rec. But week 1 of the Pro-Am finishes OT boys 58, Surrey Scorchers 56.
Here with our game MVP, Busumbru. Luke started off hot from the perimeter, had to hold on down the stretch, but must be delighted to go 1-0.
Yeah, we started off with a good lead, but obviously they're a good team, they got good players, they made it a close game, but we was able to get the win.
And for you offensively, got your 3-point game going early, and then was able to mix it up. Just how important is the free to allow you to have that balance, to just open up some
No, yeah, for me it's always, if I'm knocking down shots, I feel like I'm on a pretty tough cover, so obviously I started off well and was able to get to the rim after that.
And obviously a lot of the guys returned from last year's team, a couple of changes. How do you think this roster is going to mesh throughout the Pro-Am?
No, we'll be good. We got dogs, we got guys that want to compete, I want to play hard, and hopefully we win some games.
And obviously a couple of tough games still left in the group, but what do you need to do better to win next week and advance to semi-finals?
Figure out matchups a little bit better, get better stops, and then just keep executing on offense. Obviously we had a couple bad possessions, so just keep trying to get good spacing.
Well, I appreciate it. Congratulations on the win.
Man, appreciate it, bro.
And there are the thoughts of your game MVP, Luke Busumbru. But that will do it here for the Pro-Am. Week number 1 is done. Wins for Team Emerald and Team Diamond in the women's section, and then ANKD, Minimum Brand, Functional, and the OT boys. But that will do it here from all of us at the Stream Team Brixton Rec. We'll be back next Sunday, 10:30. Appreciate all of you joining us.